Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum. Active passive voice series day 21. Students, today I am going to teach you the interrogative sentences of passive voice. Today I will explain you present tense. How to convert active voice into passive voice of interrogative sentences of present tense, simple present tense, present continuous tense and present perfect tense. Students, as you know, active and passive voice are different ways of structuring sentences and they can also be applied to interrogative sentences. In active voice, the subject of the sentence performs the action expressed by the verb. In passive voice, the subject of the sentence receives the action expressed by the verb. It's important to keep in mind that while active voice is generally more preferred for it, clarity and simplicity, there are situations where passive voice can be appropriate or necessary, such as when the doer of the action is unknown or unimportant. Students, you should remember that the passive voice changes the focus of the sentence, placing more emphasis on the object of the action rather than the subject performing the action. Students, today I will teach you how to convert passive voice of present tense, how to convert active voice into passive voice of present tense. So how you will do? First I will tell you the rules. Subject will take the place of object and object will take the place of subject. We will always use third form of the verb. Pronoun changes will be there. Use of by will be there and helping verbs. We will use the helping verbs. Okay, let me show you some examples. Okay, students, as I told you, today I will explain you the passive voice of present tense, simple present tense, present continuous tense and present perfect tense. So first I will start the simple present tense. I will tell you the rules. Subject will take the place of object and object will come in the place of subject. Okay. Pronoun changes will be there. We will use past participle, alright, and helping verbs. In simple present tense, we use do and does as helping verbs, alright. Do we use with plural and does we use with singular pronouns. And in interrogative sentences, we use do or does in start of the sentence in active voice, and at the end of the sentence, we will put the question mark, alright. And how we will convert the passive voice of simple present tense interrogative sentences, we will use is, are, am. We will use is, are, am as helping verbs in passive voice of simple present tense. Okay, subject will take the place of object and object will come in the place of subject. Use of by will be there. Pronoun changes will be there. And past participle. For example, does he play the guitar? You can see this is active voice and does is in the start of the sentence because it's interrogative sentence, alright. And at the end of the sentence you can see the question mark. Is the guitar played by him? How I have converted, look, do or does. This is simple present tense, active voice. Do or does will come in the start of the sentence, and in passive voice is, are, am. We will use is, are, am in the start of the sentence in passive voice, okay. So guitar is singular. With singular we will use is. That is why I have used is in the start. Is the guitar played? As I told you, we will use the past participle. Okay, played is the third form of the verb. By him, I have changed he into him, and at the end of the sentence you can see the question mark. Is the guitar played by him? Alright. Next example is, do you like chocolate? Do you like chocolate? Is chocolate. Why I have used is? Because chocolate is singular. Is chocolate liked by you? And we will not change the you. You will remain the same. You, it and nouns will not change. Okay. Next example is, does the cat chase the mouse? Does the cat. Why I have used does with cat? Because cat is singular, and with singular pronouns we use does. Does the cat chase the mouse? At the end of the sentence you can see the question mark. Okay. How I have converted this into passive? Is the mouse, because mouse is singular, that is why I have used is. Is the mouse chased? Chase is the past participle by the cat. Okay, at the end of the sentence you can see the question mark. Next example is, does the teacher explain the lesson well? Is the lesson, is, it is a helping verb. Okay, is the lesson explained well by the teacher? At the end, question mark. Next example is, do I love Pakistan? Is Pakistan, Pakistan is singular, that is why I have used is. Is Pakistan loved by me? I have changed I into me. At the end, question mark. Love is the first form, and in passive voice I have used the third form of the verb. Okay, that is why I have used loved. Is Pakistan loved by me? Subject has taken the place of object, and object has taken the place of subject. I have used by. I have used past participle, and is, are, am are the helping verbs for the passive voice of simple present tense. So I have explained to you simple present tense passive voice interrogative form. Alright, in interrogative form of simple present tense we have used do or does in active voice, and is, are, am in passive voice as helping verbs or auxiliary verbs. Subject has taken the place of object, and object will take the place of the subject, and at the end of the statement we will put the question mark. And in active voice we will use first form of the verb. In passive voice we will always use third form of the verb. Okay, and now I will explain you. Now I am going to explain you present continuous tense. Students, as I have explained to you in detail in my previous lessons, in present continuous active voice we use is, are, am as helping verbs. Okay, is, are, am with present participle. Okay, present participle means when we use ing with first form of the verb, that is known as present participle. Okay, and is, are, am are the helping verbs for present continuous tense active voice. Okay, and in passive voice we use is, are, am plus being, being, being as helping verb. Okay, and we will always use third form of the verb. Subject will take the place of object, object will come in the place of subject, use of by will be there, and in interrogative sentences we use is, are, am in the beginning of the sentence in active voice as well as in passive voice. Okay, so now I will show you some examples. Are the girls reading the book? And with singulars we use is, with plural pronouns we use are. Okay, so girls is plural here, that is why I have used are. Are the girls reading the books? At the end you can see the question mark. Okay, are the books being read by the girls? As I told you, in the beginning of the sentence we use is, are, am because these are the interrogative sentences. That is why we will use in active voice as well as in passive voice helping verb in the beginning of the sentence. So in the helping verb of present continuous tense is, are, am, that is why I have used them in the start. Are the books being read by the girls? Why I have used are? Because books is plural, that is why I have used are. I have used being and third form of the verb, as you can see. Are the books being read by the girls? Next example is he delivering the packages? Are the packages being delivered by him? I have changed he into him. I have used third form of the verb, delivered. Okay, being is also used. Okay, next example is, are they preparing the presentation? Are they preparing the presentation? Is the presentation being prepared by them? Okay, is the presentation being prepared by them? And at the end of the sentence we will put the question mark. Next example is she cooking dinner? Is she cooking dinner? Look at the end, question mark. Is dinner being cooked by her? She is changed into her, third form of the verb. Being is used. Okay, and is used in the start because it's interrogative sentence. Okay, next example is, are they painting the walls? Are they painting the walls? So how I will change it into passive? The walls. Look, as I have told you, subject will take the place of object and object will come in the place of subject. So the walls is, in active voice it was the object. Okay, and now object has taken the place of subject. So I have written it in the start. Are the walls being painted by them? Are the walls being painted by them? Alright, next example is he cleaning the house? Is he cleaning the house? Is the house being cleaned by him? I have changed he into him. I have used third form of the verb. Okay, and subject has taken the place of object and object has become the subject. Okay, so is the house being cleaned by him? So what you have learnt now, in passive voice of present continuous tense, we use is, rm plus being. We will use third form of the verb, use of by will be there, and pronoun changes will be there. Okay, in active voice we use is, rm with present participle. Present participle means we will use ing with base form of the verb. Okay, so I have explained you simple present tense and simple and present continuous tense, and as you know, present continuous tense is also known as present progressive tense. Okay, and now I am going to explain you present perfect tense, how we will convert active voice into passive voice of present perfect tense of interrogative sentences. All right, let's start. Students, as you know, and I have explained in detail in my previous videos that what is present perfect tense, what is active voice, and how we will convert the active voice into passive voice. In present perfect tense, in active voice we use has and have as helping verb or auxiliary verbs. Has we use with singular pronouns, have we use with plural pronouns. Okay, and we will use third form of the verb. Third form of verb is also known as past participle. Okay, and when we convert active voice into passive voice of present perfect tense, so what we do, we use has been and have been. Has been, B-E-E-N, been, has been and have been as helping verb or auxiliary verb. We will use third form of the verb. Use of by will be there. Subject will take the place of object and object will take the place of subject. Pronoun changes will be there. Use of by will be there. Okay. So for example, have they built a new house? Have they built a new house? Keep in mind, we are discussing interrogative sentence. We are discussing present perfect tense. Okay. And at the end of the statement, we will put the question mark in active voice as well as in passive voice. Okay. Have they built a new house? You can see helping verb is in the start of the sentence in active voice as well as in passive voice. Okay. And I have used third form of the verb. As you can see, built. Built is the third form. Okay. Has a new house been built by them? They has changed into them. Okay. Has a new house been built by them? Next example is, has she written the report? Has she written the report? Has. Why I have used has? Because as I have told you, with singular pronouns we use has, with plural pronouns we use have. Okay. Has the report been written by her? She is changed into her. Okay. And at the end of the sentence you can see the question mark. Next example is, has Sana finished the project? Has the project been finished by Sana? Next example is, have we eaten all the cake? Has all the cake been eaten by us? I have changed we into us, as you can see. Okay, and in the active voice I have used have. Why I have used have? Because we is the plural pronoun. Okay, that is why I have used have. But in passive voice I have used has, because all the cake, it's a singular. So that is why I have used has in passive voice. Alright, next example is, have you crossed the sea? Have you crossed the sea? Has the sea been crossed by you? Why I have used has? Because sea is singular. C is singular. With singulars we will use has. With plurals we will use have, as I have done. Okay, next example is have I cooked rice. Have I cooked rice? Has rice been cooked by me? I have changed I into me. I have used by. I have used third form of the verb. As you know, in active voice as well as in passive voice, we use the past participle. Past participle means using the third form of the verb. Okay, been is also used. Has been and have been are the helping verbs of passive voice. Okay, last example is has Ali driven a car? Has Ali driven a car? As you know, with he, she, it, name, noun and all the singulars we use has. Okay, and with you, we, they, plurals we use have. Okay, has Ali driven a car? At the end of the sentence you can see the question mark. Has a car been driven by Ali? At the end you can see the question mark. So students, what you have learnt in today's lesson, active and passive voice are different ways of structuring sentences, and they can also be applied to interrogative sentences. As I have shown you the examples, I have explained to you. In active voice, the subject of the sentence performs the action expressed by the verb. In passive voice, the subject of the sentence receives the action expressed by the verb. Okay, it's important to keep in mind that while active voice is generally more preferred for its clarity and simplicity, I have explained to you present tense with the help of examples: simple present tense, present continuous tense and present perfect tense, active voice and passive voice. Students, you have to remember that the passive voice changes the focus of the sentence, placing more emphasis on the object of the action rather than the subject performing the action. Okay, I hope you will like this video. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. And in my next lecture I will explain you the past tense, how to convert active voice into passive voice of past tense interrogative sentences. Thank you.